What is going on, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Misplay Mafia podcast. In this episode, we're going to recap the first major tournament in the Ascended Heroes format. Those at the special event down in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I know last week I messed it up and said it was Mexico. Not Mexico. It was Puerto Rico. I'm sorry, San Juan people. Then we will have our highlighted misplay of the week, followed by talking about some of the highlighted cards from the full set reveal of Ninja Spinner. Comes out next week in Japan. They went ahead and revealed the full set for us, so we're going to talk about some of the key cards that we think might be fun to play with. And then we'll wrap things up talking about the Chariba Regional Championship that's going to be down in Brazil this next weekend coming up. I'm Matthew Jambois, Pokemon Professor, Captain of the Misplay Mafia, joined here by my friend, co-host this week, and co-captain, Austin DeJulian. And making his Misplay Mafia podcast debut, we have none other than our friend and teammate, Juwan Joseph. Guys, how's y'all's week been?
It's been a good week so far. I ain't gonna lie. It's been pretty good.
Yeah, what all you do?
What's going on? Oh, go ahead.
Oh. No, so this weekend we did get that challenge that we all went out to, and I was the lucky person to win it all in that challenge. Yeah. Not only that, getting the last Ceruledge I needed for the blinged out deck. Yeah, that was a good day. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Mr. 4-0 with the challenge. Okay, I see you. Also, what about you? How you been?
I was gonna say not good because Juwan dumpstered me. But other than that, it's been a good past week. I all had to travel for work this week, so that's always nice. Get to be with family, get to test Pokemon, and we actually just had my kid choose a starter. He just crawled down the hallway and picked his starter. So it was sweet. Got a cute little video of it.
Okay, first off, I'm gonna need the video sent to me. But second off, what was the pick?
It was the right choice. He is now a proud member of the Squirrel Squad.
Let's go!
Big man Blastoise. He's choosing right.
That's right. He literally grabbed it and he was like, all right, I'm done. Did not even look at the other two.
There we go.
As he should.
So you're going to do that just for the first birthday, or you're going to do that for like every year?
No, the next kid has a choice between Charmander and Bulbasaur.
Maybe throw a Pikachu in there.
To Gen 1.
No, Squirrel's gone. Yeah, Pikachu and Eevee. I don't know. If I have 4 kids, then I'm like, well, you just get whatever you want. Grab a Mewtwo. I don't know.
Yeah.
Your journey's different.
Your journey's
not
different.
The same.
You weren't the first.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a Celebi.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, well, good. Glad y'all are doing great. Yeah, it was super fun to play in the challenge with y'all this weekend. I know I don't get to play in tournaments that much anymore, so it was super fun playing with y'all. Austin, sorry that I also waylaid you with the same 60.
Hey, the 60 did well.
The 60 did do well. The mirror was interesting, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, super excited to. I think I feel more comfortable about playing it in Houston more than anything. So. It's always nice. A fun time to hang out with you guys and especially play some poke in a tournament setting with y'all. But speaking of tournament settings, let's talk about this special event down in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Let's just start with the setting of this tournament because this blew my mind. This tournament, this special event, took place in an abandoned Sears. So it wasn't a fancy.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah. Not a fancy venue hall like we're used to here in the NA circuit or anything like that. It was just an abandoned Sears. I saw a video. They did like an opening ceremony, and I was like, this is wild to me. This is just absolutely crazy. But I believe there was about 300 players in the event. We saw a couple of names from North America go down and play in it, and they all did pretty well too. Unfortunately, we don't have that much data to go off of other than what we've seen on Twitter. And I just didn't have the time to sit down and compile between everybody's top 64s and top 32s post. And there's no meta share right now. But guys, did y'all hear anything about this event? I know Aussie said you may have watched a little bit of the VOD.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I saw Ross Cawthorn holding it down. He's been on Sarah since Milwaukee, I think. I don't know if he's swapped since. I don't know if he's played consecutively at every event. But that might be enough CP for him to have his Worlds invite for because I don't think he's missed one yet, correct? I don't know
I don't
he's like the
think
longest
so.
standing consecutive Worlds invite getter.
Yeah.
He's gotten one every year since the World Championships existed, so they made it hard on him, but he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep doing it." So hopefully this is enough that like cements him. He'll probably need a little bit more. Not too sure. I don't know all of his placings for the year, but yeah, I saw that the quality was a little low, so parts of it made me frustrated because I couldn't see like damage counter things. But the meta was kind of what I thought it would be, so nothing too crazy, which makes me feel better about me being able to predict metas. So I'm still feeling great about Houston.
So what was the meta prediction? Just open it to the class because we're
I
not in your
thought I
brain.
thought there would be a ton of Dragapult. There was a ton of Dragapult. There was a good bit of Frostlass decks, whether it just be Frostlass Monkey Dory or Grimmsnarl. So those were there. Zoroark popped off a lot. People playing the not Darmanitan build. Both are being played. They're both good builds, but they're seeing just like pure Zekrom. And for going the Darmanitan, which, however you want to get your prize cards, get them. But I don't know. It's definitely different, which is nice. Still, I didn't see that much Guardian on stream, so I don't know how well Gardevoir did actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good thing.
That'd be interesting to see for sure. Now, you kind of touched on this is part of the reason why we had to have Juwan on street or on the pod for this episode. Juwan, I don't know if you know this or not, but it was a Ceruledge mirror in the finals.
Oh, no, I got notified about that very early on yesterday by both Austin and Malachi, and I could not believe my ears whenever I heard it. They both made it to finals. This is nothing but an absolute win for Sarah's players, and it's going to be horrible having a target on my back for Houston.
Yes. For those of you who do not know, Juwan has been on Ceruledge since the card got announced. He has tried every iteration, even whenever the card was bad. Still tried to play the deck. And then actually got his first day 2 with it in Milwaukee and did incredible things. And so whenever I saw that it was Ceruledge in the finals, like a mirror, I was just like, this is absolutely wild. This man's just eating good right now.
Yeah, Sarah Legendary in the big 26.
Wild.
No one could predict that.
So do you really think this puts a target on your back for Houston and everything coming up?
Now, truthfully, I don't think it's big enough to have everyone looking at Sarah like a target, but I do think it'll be a maybe like a 5% rise in the meta share of people playing it.
I can see it.
If I had to put a number to it.
No. I agree. I mean, in Milwaukee, we saw that deck had crazy stupid numbers. I believe it was like what number 2 most popular
what's
deck
that
in
the most
Milwaukee,
played
or maybe the most played deck
on day 1?
Yeah. So I don't know if we'll get back up to those levels, but it might have had some people revisit the
Certainly
thought.
not.
For sure. But yeah,
Definitely got people's eyes on it for Houston.
yeah. But yes, unfortunately, that's all we know about this event from San Juan. Again, sorry that I said it was in Mexico. Puerto Rico and Mexico are 2 very different places. I am aware of this. I do be stupid sometimes. We all make mistakes. But that doesn't mean we're going to leave you without a full episode worth of stuff. So one thing that I did not say in the intro, because me and Juwan, as we were waiting for Austin to get on, because he's always late to everything, we were waiting and we were talking, and we realized that there was a new reveal today actually that came out that we should talk about to get our full reactions out. So let me just go ahead and show you guys this. And that is none other than the Q2 Cup playmat. That means a lot of different things. For starters, it means that we are no longer getting just pack art. like of the cup playmats with the champion logo. Like they've been cool, they've been fun, but this is a really, really nice piece of art. This is beautiful. So, guys, what's your thoughts?
There's not anything I wouldn't do to get this mat. No crime too dirty, no deed too low. I'll do whatever I need to get this mat.
But, hey, just win.
Yeah, it just went out.
Just went out.
That's not too
Yeah, it
hard.
just went out.
Well,
I think this is the photo they revealed whenever they announced Megas coming back.
No, so this
to the
actually
TCG, isn't it?
No, this was from the Charizard and Mega Dragonite reveal at the end of Worlds. They showed the whole the Megas
that's what it
battling
is.
in the
Okay.
city.
Yeah.
That's also whenever we saw, I think for the first time we did get to see the Mega Lucario SIR. And that type stuff. But that was like really the biggest, because we knew Megas were coming back from a Pokemon Presents. They like revealed the Mega Lucario, Mega Gardevoir, just the cards themselves. But yeah, this was like a little hype video that they had at the end of Worlds that like showed all the Megas battling in this city. So it's pretty cool to see that like some of these promotional trailers don't just stop at the trailers. We actually get to like have the cool concepts of the playmats and stuff. But yeah, this one's definitely going to be very sought after. I know I'm planning on hitting the roads and maybe grabbing a couple of these. I don't know if I can just sit at one. I mean, I got to have one for the like preserve, one to play on, you know.
You want multiple of them?
Why not?
Man,
Yeah.
say something for the rest of us.
Y'all got some high expectations, aspirations, both. I don't know.
Correct.
But
Correct. But if
that thing's coming on with me. But if y'all want to see a picture of it, I can like text it to y'all when it's like mounted up on the wall or something. I'll put it up there.
No, don't worry. I'll let you touch it whenever I'm playing it on the table.
No, but yeah, it's definitely sick. It's way better than the other mats.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Is this the playmat that's going to tear the Mafia apart? Is this what we're about to see?
Oh, y'all can have it, bro. I don't care about that. I just like bantering.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
Look, as I said, I'll still love you guys at the end of the day, but this mat does mean war between all of us.
But yeah, just thought it'd be something fun for us to talk about. Just since it's pretty cool, pretty neat thing where it's not just a pack art or like extended pack art that we're getting as a cup mat. But moving on, I know we're moving kind of fast this week, but don't worry, we've got still plenty more to come. We have reached our misplay of the week, and this misplay of the week is actually a very old story to some of us. It is the misplay that kind of inspired the name of the Misplay Mafia in some degree. And that is the infamous Halucha story. So anybody who has been around me knows that I absolutely hate Halucha. It is for this exact story, this exact reason right here. So it is in the Atlanta regionals of last year, and I had my back up against the wall for day 2 all the way from round 5. From round 5 on, I had to win out if I wanted to make day 2. Well, lo and behold, I did that. I won all the way until this was back when we still played 9 rounds. All the way to round 9. I get my round 9 opponent, and I see that I'm facing off against Cal Connor, who is this amazing TCG player. He's like a control mastermind, multi-regional winning competitor, super great guy just from the games I got to play with him. That's the only time I met him, but very highly respected guy in the community and very respectful opponent. So pairings go up. I'm walking to the table, and I kind of already sealed my run. I was done. I'd figured, all right, we had a great run. It was a great day. We're about to get 2-0'd. It's fine. We did not get 2-0'd. He was playing Dragapult, Dusknoir, and I was on Raging Bolt. And we go all the way to a game 3. I don't know what happened the first 2 games. Don't ask me. All that matters is this last game 3. So we're playing game 3, and we go to time. and my last Raging Bolt had just got knocked out, but I needed one extra turn in order to get another one set up and to stall. I had one prize card left. He had a Dusknoir on the bench. He had some Dragapult set up. He had another Drecloak, and he had a Hawlucha on his bench. And so I am forced to promote something that can attack, and I promote it and draw, try to play out my turn the best I can. Ultimately, not able to set up another bolt to take my last prize card. So I just go Prime Catcher, promote his Dusknoir, and I promote my Fan Rotom. And in that instance, I was like, you either have to pop this thing to switch, or I will win next turn because I will be able to get up a bolt set up. I had all the necessary cards for the next turn to get it done. And anyways, he ended up having the switch and popped with the Dragapult, took a 2 prize turn and won that set. The issue with it was if I would have Prime Catchered up his Hawlucha, my Fan Rotom had an energy attached and there was a stadium in play. Hawlucha has 70 HP and Fan Rotom swings for 70. Had I noticed the board and slowed down, I would have gusted up the Hawlucha, Assault Landing for knockout, taken that last prize card, and I would have had my first day too. So moral of the story is check before you gust. Make sure you know the right target. Don't get stuck in one line of play. And also remember this. Everything in your deck is an attacker. Everything has an attack printed on them. There's not a card that does not have an attack printed on it that is a Pokemon. It can attack. So don't forget that. But now for motivation, I carry out. So if you see me with my Hawlucha, because I now have a sitting cutie Hawlucha, it's not because it's my favorite Pokemon. It is because I absolutely despise the mess out of that Pokemon. But it slows me down and makes me remember. Also, so you just crack it up over there.
I literally saw that. I saw that Hawlucha in the shop, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" It's just like, why you have that? And you're like, "Oh no, I hate him. It's just to help me play better." And I was like, "No, that's great. No, I like it."
I
Was that your
mean,
first time seeing the Hawlucha?
Yeah, that was.
I mean, if nothing else, spite will make me play better. If it's not the
Yep.
prizing or whatever, I will play better just simply out of spite. But anyway, so that is your misplay of the week. Remember, if you have a misplay that you would love for us to talk about on the podcast, it could be anonymous or we can say your name and tell the full story. Either way. Make sure you comment down below or you can send us a private message. We would love to have you featured on the podcast and so we can talk about it. Remember, you only grow from your misplays. So if you play right every time, are you really growing? Absolutely not. All right. Now
You'd be
on.
toured.
Yeah, you'd be toured. And as much as we wish we could all be toured, we are not all toured. But moving on to the exciting and now the very long part of this episode, we have some new cards to talk about. We have a lot of cards from Ninja Spinner that just came out. And we're just going, like I said, we'll talk through some highlighted ones. And what we think, some deck ideas that we might have, where some of these cards might slot in better. And guys, if y'all see I missed one, call me out on it. If you think that there's one I missed that you want to talk about, call me out on it, and we'll definitely get it pulled up. But we're gonna start off first with this Chestnut. So there's a new Chespin and a Quilladin, but they don't do much. But we're gonna start off talking about the Chestnut that has 180 HP. It has this ability called Needle Armor. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if it's knocked out, place 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon for each grass energy attached to this Pokemon. And then for 160 damage, it has Impound. Your opponent can't retreat. The defending Pokemon can't retreat. So I put this in here. I know Austin. I saw his face. He definitely was like, "Why is this in here?" Think about the Meganium. Just put that many. Have like flood the board. Then you just have Meganium. Crazy.
Now it does say for each grass energy attached. So does it account for like energy attached to the card or energy generated?
No, so that's a great question, Juwan, because there's been several ruling questions like this, and it says each grass energy. It doesn't say each energy card. So the grass energy would count because each grass energy counts for 2. Whereas if it was just talking about discard energy cards or anything, then a basic grass energy would only count as 1. So because because the energy that's attached will double. Also, what's your
Dassery things with this card?
yeah?
I mean, if you hit into them, it'll do 180 if you have Meganium. But that's still not good. This thing's not
But
good.
after a point, you're forced to head into if you get impounded.
Yeah. It's a cool looking card. Excited for the IR.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely getting.
I will say I did kind of wish a while back when there was the delete Chestnut EX a few months back. I do slightly wish it was still that card, but this is still a great alternative, especially since it's a one prizer.
Yeah. I think if we had some one prize grass acceleration rather than just like Teal Mask Ogrepon E-Switch, this thing would be better. But, that's fine.
I mean, now it does have 4 retreat costs, so you could throw a heavy baton on it.
Doesn't that rotate?
No,
I'm
it's
pretty
H.
sure it's gonna rotate, right?
That's
That's not,
H?
but yeah, baton's H.
Brother, we've
All
had
right, for your treat.
I
Oh, wait,
will
not for
double
your
check
treat.
right now.
Baton is like the energy transfer, not a free retreat, right?
Yeah, the energy transfer.
Oh, I thought we were talking about free retreaters. I'm
Uh,
thinking about that big bullion.
well, I thought Baton did give you a free retreat.
Nah, you're
Mm-mm.
thinking of the future booster capsule because that deck had that and the baton.
That's right. Yeah, Iron Hands. Iron Hands definitely had both.
It's cool. I mean, if someone makes a deck out of it, that's sick. They're innovative and they're better than me. But
Where I get right to work.
yeah, there you go.
That's definitely a me deck right there.
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go. I'll take my 180 just for knocking out something. All right. Next we have this Delphox stage 2 that has the ability Flare Magic. Once during your turn, you may discard a basic fire energy from your hand in order to use this ability. Draw until you have 7 cards in your hand. So very similar to Revavroom from Obsidian Flames of the draw engine, except this is a stage 2, not a stage 1, and it has to be specifically fire energy. But then for 2 fire energies, Energy Storm does 30 damage for each energy attached to all Pokemon in play. So I kind of thought about this, especially with the attack. We've got the Embor from Black Bolt White Flare that is basically Rain Dance, but for fire types. And we have Fire Breather. Could this be some form or fashion a a fire type single prize deck?
Let's see, because Fireberry's grabbing what, 7?
Yeah, Fire Breather grabs 7, but then you have the Embor that will let you just rush them onto the field anywhere, kind of like Baxcalibur for those recent players.
So we throw 6 on the field. We gotta save 1 for the draw.
Sure.
So that's what, 180? Honestly, I could see him being a good like backup attacker towards the end of the game.
Yeah. Austin.
This card's gonna be good for fire. It's definitely. I like pairing it with Embor. I just think you just need like a little bit more something else.
Yeah.
It's just missing. It's just missing something. but the ability is really cool. Fire got that new energy as well. It doesn't really technically help this, but I think it's cool. I bet it's better than Chestnut. It's better than Chestnut.
Definitely better than Chestnut.
Hey, I'm glad Fire got their own unique draw support now.
Yep.
Hey, I mean, hey, you do get to play Blowtorch in this deck too, because you discard like fire energy. So
That's right.
wouldn't be too bad. There might be some positive matchups.
You're not playing Delphox and Cerulege?
The thought did cross my mind. I'm not gonna lie,
It's a stage 2
but
whenever
we'll get
we.
back to you on that.
It's a stage 2 whenever we have Lunatone. Why would we play that?
More jaw. We're losing Squawk.
We still have
Squad
Carmine.
got the
I mean, technically, they also have the Naveen that they could play too. Just discard all the energies from hand. I mean, There's a lot of lines. I feel like it's not needed. It's Cerulege. But of course, I'm not the Cerulege master, so I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm willing to give everything a chance, but I don't think it would be for Sterling either.
Okay, good. Glad to know I wasn't absolutely crazy.
No.
I'm only crazy enough to try it.
That's fair. Next we have Mega Pyroar EX. I'm only put this in here because it's an EX card. 340 HP for a fire and a colorless. Ferocious Bellow does 80 damage. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon attacks do 50 less damage. And then for 2 fires and a colorless, Big Bang Fire does 290 minus. So it does 10 less damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. This is basically Skeledirge EX, but a 3-prizer.
And that card didn't get played. This probably won't either. Looks really cool. It's cool. It's a stage 1 instead of a stage 2. But if you're not one-shotting megas and you're doing 290, I don't know.
Yeah, this card's just,
I don't know about that one.
This card's so mid that
people can leave you at low HP and then just not knock you out and be like, you don't do anything now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about
Wally's.
that one. That's true.
But
yeah,
then
Wally's, Jumbo Ice Cream, Monkey. It's a lot of stuff to keep that guy healed up.
Yeah, but still, like 290, we're having a 2-shot everything in format with a 3-prizer. And I know technically like Absol Box does that, but we don't even have like any type of manipulation with this card. So, I don't know. Definitely not good, in my opinion.
That's it. That'd be cool if someone could make it work. I don't think I'm that person, but
no, this will be one of those decks that it's someone's favorite Pokemon. They'll pet deck it and play it at a league challenge, and you'll see that they got like 4th place in the league challenge with it. But anyways, moving on. We're not talking about bulk. We've got this Delibird here that Juwan for some reason felt like the need to talk about. So Juwan, take it away.
all right. I know everyone's not seen the vision of Delibird, but the only thing we need to talk about is Happy Present. Both players attaching up to 3 energies, not basic energies, 3 energies, to their hands, to their Pokemon, and in the way they like. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Why the heck would I want to let my opponent attach free energies? And you're completely right about that. So that's why the Delibird, in my opinion, is only for a place where you know your opponent has like a low hand, like maybe 1 or 2 cards, and is used to attack, letting them not have any energy to attach. Essentially offering your hands like, oh, you wanna put some energy in there? Go ahead. Do it. You got 1 card, right? You can go ahead. I promise.
Now, see,
What deck are you gonna put this in?
Honestly, you could use it for a Rockets deck. Attaching all the Team Rockets energies on there at once.
So talking about Rockets, here's my thought process. how would ignition trigger with this? Because if you're going up against a deck that you know runs a ton of ignition, you play this, they have to attach. Oh wait, never mind. Since they don't have to.
It's May.
It's May.
Yeah, they may.
Never mind. This card's bad, Juwan. I don't know why we're talking about this card.
I mean, if you play like what just won the Champions League, that Absol
yeah,
Kangaskhan
Kangaskhan.
4 energy switches deck. I mean, yeah, you could toss one of those in there and it'll do something. It's not. If this gets a limitless page before me, I'd be upset. Let's say that. But it is a good card. Look at the smile. He's got a bunch of Riz. He's definitely stealing presents, not delivering them. No, he seems like a cool guy. No, but yeah, it's definitely a gambit, like Juwan said. It's like if they have a low hand, it'd be cool.
So
But other than that,
I think we just
not great.
heard Austin challenge all the listeners out there to try to get this thing a limitless page before he gets one.
Impossible, because Houston's
All-
coming up before this gets released. So
True.
All you Absol box players, I want to see this in your deck.
yeah.
Anyways, moving on. This is wild. We there's a new Froakie and Frogadier, and of course the Greninja EX. These cards have been revealed for some time. We just haven't had a chance to talk about them on the pod, and since we were doing the full set review, I thought it'd be a good time for us to talk about them. So you have this Frogadier, it's 100 HP. For 1 water energy, calling Jujitsu. Search your deck for up to just 3 Pokemon, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. It can be any stage, any evolution, rule box, not rule box, just any 3 Pokemon. Very similar to the Curlia that we have in format right now. That's played in the Gardevoir deck. So it's just a water Curlia basically. But you use this to then get into your Mega Greninja EX. 350 HP. Has an ability Mortal Shuriken. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may discard a basic water energy from your hand in order to use this ability. And then all you do is place 6 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Then for 2 water energies, Ninja Spinner does 120 plus. You may put a water energy attached to this Pokemon into your hand and have this attack do 80 more damage. So 260 damage counters anywhere. Where have we heard that before?
Another Dragapult.
Just about. Except this one's more broken.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
At least they can't split out the damage counters. They have to put all 6 on one.
True, it's true. So multi-price turns won't be as high, but the downside is they could switch out Greninjas because we have the water stadium. They can just switch out Greninjas and do it again. So now that's 120 damage counters that just got placed onto your field. So kind of a interesting little take. And you're just putting water energies back into your hand to just load it up for the Mortal Shuriken for next turn as well.
You can also just use a Neo Upper, so it's a 1 energy attachment for the Ninja Spinner. So you bounce the Neo Upper back, attach it, and just loop that so all the other water energies are.
Yeah, I don't know. Absolutely. I don't know how Neo Upper's not your ace spec in this deck. I mean, that combo just goes crazy right there.
I saw a list on Twitter that had this with the other Greninja. It was neat. I don't know how good it was, but I'm excited to see what people cook with this and see how good it is. It's my second favorite card of the entire set, so I hope people make decks out of it.
Yeah. Definitely, this card definitely just reads well. It will see play. It might be paired with the fighting Terra Greninja. I can definitely see that, especially with the Frogadier for your setup. But yeah, this card's kind of crazy. Next, we have This Avalug is just a stage 160 HP. And really, it's just this first attack that matters. For 1 water energy, you do Iceberg Destruction 60 times, and you discard the top 6 cards of your deck. This attack does 60 damage for each basic YRG discarded this way. So basically, take Mega Obama Snow and put it in a 1 prizer. So
They're probably even better than Obama Snow.
yeah, because we're not giving up 3 prizes. That's Obama Snow's biggest issue.
Yeah, it'll be a fun little side deck or meme deck, but definitely a better Obama Snow.
I could see this being one of the pre-release promos. I feel like they love to like put cards like this in like pre-release promos. So could definitely be fun in like that type of format. As far as like standard goes, I don't think it's gonna do anything crazy at all. And I feel like this is really bad for GLC. So if you care about those formats.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a Mega Obama player, you get a new card. Next we have this Flaffy, 90 HP for a lightning and a colorless disconnect. You do 40 damage, and you item lock your opponent. So it's a stage 1 item lock compared to the Badoo item lock. But why is this better? This is better because you evolve it into Ampharos that has 160 HP, has an ability Synchronized Pulse. If you and your opponent have the same number of cards in your hand, this Pokemon attack do 80 more damage to your opponent's active. And for a lightning and a colorless flash bolt does 140. So, Juwan, tell us the spice with the Ampharos and the Flaffy.
Well, you see, the spice is Relicanth, as you just said. We can make that bad boy item lock if we're not swinging for that 220 for the 1 shot. We can just keep item locking until we hit those numbers. And then Synchronized Pulse, we do got Judge in the format. That's going to be one of our only item disruption cards or hand disruptions for a minute. So putting both at 4, making that do 80 more. Or you can use your favorite card, Clown. Get up to a 5 and 3, just discard 2 out of your 5 to match the hand. It's very similar to, what's that card? I think it was like Ninetales
I believe so.
with the Will-O-Wisp that has the same attack.
Yes.
So we're having like the same hand size.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very similar to that. But it coming in with a with an item block, maybe make Ampharos a little bit more huge for it.
Yeah, one thing that really sticks out to me about seeing this card is we have this card, and then we also have the Pavilion that talks about this, like getting to, or not the Pavilion, the Sidui that talks about the same card, like size, like same hand size as your opponent. And so I'm wondering if we're going to get more than just Judge that puts us at the same hand size, or if it's just some type of flavor that the game makers are trying to play out right now. I'm very interested to see, because this is like not the first instance that we've seen this, and we've seen like just a reoccurring theme of it.
Like I said, it could just be their spice of the month that they want to try out. Just like last time with the confusion that they put out in that last set.
Yeah. Yeah. Austin, your thoughts on this?
The Sidui might be a little bit better because it has that other guy that has the ability, which is Judge.
Yeah.
Here's my take on that. So what you're saying is you're gonna have to play your turn, do everything, play Judge, and then you don't get to play any of those new cards because you have to have 4. I don't know about y'all, but when I would play my supporter for turn, I'd like to actually benefit from it. The only thing I'm benefiting is getting to do an attack.
Very
That
valid.
doesn't seem that great to me.
Very valid point. No,
Right.
I agree.
It's
So
attack for
like,
more
cool.
damage.
I'm gonna judge you, and I hope I had everything set up because I can't play any of my cards. So
Yeah.
that's why I think the Decidueye's a little bit better. You'll actually get to play a supporter because they have the forest. It's easier for them to get into their Pokemon than Ampharos for sure. Unless you're playing Tree, and if you're playing Tree, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't know. This is I like the Relicanth. Item lock for 120 is good,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. When you say it like that and you put it in that perspective, it definitely does make more sense of like you want to be able to use your cards from your supporter. And plus, they're going to draw for turns, so technically they get the upper hand if you don't play more cards. So, yeah. Huh. Hadn't thought of it like that. Good point. Good point. All right, moving on. We have one of the 4 Deoxys cards that are in this set. We're just going to briefly talk about all 4. So I'll just read them and then we'll talk about which one might be our favorite one and which one we think might be the best. So we have regular form Deoxys, 110 HP, genome charge, search your deck for 2 basic psychic energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon. And then psychic for 3 energies. 80 plus. This attack does 20 more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Then here we have Deoxys attack form for 3 psychic energies. It does Psy Sphere, 120 damage. And then if it has at least 2 extra energy attached to it, this attack also does 120 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. We have Deoxys defense form, 130 HP for 2 psychics and a colorless. Size protect, does 80 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability. So basically a cornerstone. Then you have Deoxys speed form, has 100 HP, and for 1 psychic energy, you have size speed, does 30 damage, and you may draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. So there's a lot of things to take away with this. I think the first Deoxys would be a great setup card with the psychic energies. The only issue is that you're not surviving a turn. Because you're 110 HP. I think there could be some type of Deoxys toolbox deck here, but I don't know. I'm glad Guardy doesn't get access to Deoxys. I feel like
Yeah, this would have been huge for Guardy.
the Deoxys attack
Especially the attack
form
one.
The attack form would have been crazy stupid for Guardy. And I think if I had to choose my favorite one, it's the attack one for any psychic deck. Doing 120, and then for 5 energies, you could do 120 to somewhere else, like on your opponent's bench. Crazy numbers. It's probably just the best one of all the 4. Maybe the speed one kills Badoo. You get to draw up to, like, if you were to start it. This might be like the most universal one. But
It also does have free retreat.
yeah, it's got free retreat, kills Badoo. You get to draw till you have 5 in your hand. I can see this one be seeing some play, but I think the other 2 just won't.
Which makes it even more sad that they didn't give the Deoxys like any sort of like a mass change similar to the Ogerpon. Cause I feel like if they had something similar to that, this would be like a little bit better of a fun deck. Cause they're all
Right,
clearly
like
supposed to be played together.
If you have the first one do the charge up attack, then you use the attack one.
You
Or
could
get close to it, maybe.
because there's a
But
card coming up.
I agree. Oh yeah, no.
There's a card coming up we're gonna talk about here in a second that might pair with the Deoxyses. But even then, I think if you were to try to build like a Deoxys box type deck, it just probably wouldn't be the best. You don't have that much energy acceleration, and two of the Deoxyses are just very mid. Moving on, we have this Sudowoodo, 110 HP, and we only care about the first attack here of Learning Journey. Search your deck for up to 2 Book of Transformation. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So this would be the deck. This card would definitely go in your Deoxys deck if you were going for, because of the Book of Transformations. And let me just skip ahead for a second. Let me go to the book because we got to talk about this. Here we go. So, Book of Transformation. You have to play 2 Book of Transformations at one time. So, the Sudowoodo attack would get you your 2. And then choose a basic Pokemon in your discard pile and switch it with one of your basic Pokemon in play. Any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, and any other effects remain on the new Pokemon. So if you've been playing for a couple years, you would remember this card, also known as Thornton. Thornton had the exact same ability, same text, except it was a supporter, whereas now Thornton has turned into an item, but you have to play 2 of them at once.
We've seen the like two cards for an effect thing before. The last one, like most recently, was custom catchers. It was like prime catcher, but you needed 2 custom catchers for it to work. It's cool. I think it'll see play. I don't think it's gonna be like groundbreaking, but Thornton had his like little niche area for Zard at for a couple months. So maybe Book of Transformation does that with a certain deck. I can't think of anything too crazy just off the like top rope. I don't think it's Deoxys. Maybe like a Noctowl deck. It's pretty easy to get items in cards, and you can just change one of your, with the stadium getting bumped, and you take away Noctowl, and the stadium gets bumped, and then like your Latias or something random that you don't need anymore, you just make that a Hoot with Book of Transformation, then boom, you can make another Noctowl, something like that. It's definitely cool, but nothing, not as of right now, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think what also kind of kills is you're gonna have to have at least 3 of these in your deck, because so you need 2 of them at once. There's a good chance one of them are gonna end up in the prize, and you don't want to have a dead card in your deck. So you're most likely gonna have at least 3 of these in your deck, and I don't at the moment see any deck that would want to have 3 places for that book.
I agree. I think if Raging Bolt had this card right now, it would play it, because I'm thinking about turning a Latias or a Fan Rotom into a Hoot kind of, and then doing the plays that like Austin was saying. I feel like that would be like, that's the only deck in format, maybe Terra Box too, that would play this card right now. But past that, I don't see anything really touching this card. So it's kind of a shame.
I do like it for transforming your liabilities.
Yeah. If Cerulege, if Squawk was still around, you could definitely change Squawk and turn it back into something. But with this being post rotation, I don't know. This card will see play in something eventually. I don't know exactly what archetype. Right now, nothing comes to mind. But it is a very strong effect, and you can't ignore that. So somewhere down the line, I really do feel like there will be some type of meta deck where this does become a 3 of or a 4 of in a meta deck.
You know what? I don't disagree with you, all right, because with the amount of decks that are also going to start playing me out whenever Perfect Order comes out, there'll be a lot that can actually get used to that book taking me out of the game.
That's true. That's true, because
so we could see a few decks picking it up.
True. I mean, we saw Thornton away your Luminion several times happen. So kind of, yeah, I could definitely see that happen with this and Meowth. You're absolutely right about that. Let me go back. There we go. But now going back, we have my personal favorite card from this set. We have this Claydol here for 120 HP, one fighting evolution or one fighting energy. De-evolution ray does 50 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolved Pokemon, devolve it by putting the highest staged evolution card into your opponent's hand. Let me start off by saying why this is my favorite. For starters, it's a Devo that does damage. I felt like anytime I played a Devo deck, I struggled having enough damage to then make the Devo matter for my attack, and like would have to wait that extra turn, and I just wasn't the best at it. However, you give me a Devo that does damage, it's pretty solid. I can do that. And I think too with the damage buffs, because this could since it's a fighting type, you do get the Gatorades that could up the damage of this to make sure that you're hitting the basic numbers that you need to for, say, something like a Charmander or a Riolu, something like that. So I definitely think this card could be fun as a single prize deck, but it is also very meta dependent. If the meta is big basics and like Mega Absol boxes are everywhere, we're not playing this card. It's bad. But if it's Dragapult, I mean, all we need is a Vitality Band and a drink, and we're knocking out a Dracloak. And I can see that being good. So it's very.
We only have band though.
We'll find something. We'll play max build if we have to. But I think it's a fine card. I think it will see some bit of play, even maybe in a Mega Lucario deck, just as a way to kind of cheese some knockouts. Even, I mean, it's a very simple setup. The ball toy's 70 HP, so you can Poffin it out, and then you just evolve. It's one energy. It's not a bad inclusion.
I think you just play this with Frost's Last Story.
And you could. You very well could.
Look at that face. That face is so adorable.
Which side?
All of them.
But yeah, this is definitely my favorite card from the set. I like the potential of it. And with TM Devo rotating, it's nice to see that we keep a little bit of Devo in play.
Mm.
All right. Next, we have this Crobat. 130 HP, has the ability Nighttime Maneuvers. Once in your turn, if this Pokemon's in the active spot, you may use this ability. Search your deck for a card, shuffle your deck, and then put that card on top of it. And then for a Dark Energy, does Poison Sound Waves, does 80 damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and poisoned. Very similar to a Quick Search or Academy at Night or Cypher Maniac. I've seen it been called all three cards. I think this card's bad.
Yeah, it's
I'll be
not
honest,
good.
I kind of like the card. I'll be so for real. I kind of like it.
Pop off, Juwan. Tell us why.
Look, truthfully, I don't see how you don't put this into a arc, because even you can just add a Grimmsy move to it as well to cheat out the Crobat, and then you Petron it up, get whatever card you need, trade away whatever in your hand to get those cards, and it's not once per turn, so you can have two Crobats doing the same thing. You can double up on that thing.
Yes, but it's got
I'm
to
just
be.
saying.
It's got to be in the active spot, and it doesn't have free retreat. If it would have had free retreat, sure, you get a little bit of pitch action, with your Zoroark trades. Sure.
We got balloons. We got air balloons.
So that's got to be your one card to get it out of the active.
And besides, if we're already playing Zoroark, we're probably gonna have Ins Castle in the active, so Zoroark probably will have the free retreat to begin with.
So you're saying
So you can retreat with the
retreats?
Zoroark, pro to Crobat, use the ability, and then Petron the Zoroark back up to the front. Honestly, I'm seeing potential with Crobat.
Huh. Austin?
Nah, but if he is, that's sick. Again, if Crobat gets a day 2 before me, I gotta pack it up. That's how I rate that card. He looks sick. He's got that evil look in his eye. He's obviously in a perilous jungle. So
Yeah.
That's another thing. The attack isn't bad either. Like confuse and poison.
yeah, I'm more looking at the attack. I don't really care the abilities, whatever, but the attack's kind of neat.
Yeah. Yeah, attack and poison. I mean, it's always nice when you can do like 2 special conditions onto your opponent. But I don't know, poison is like confuse and poison is just one of those things that like they could just retreat from. That's like the easiest to cure.
Or can they? Cut to the next supporter.
Oh, yeah, or can they?
The supporter in question.
I'll talk about this one. Roxy's performance. I'm glad you asked. During your opponent's next turn, their poison Pokemon can't retreat. This includes newly poisoned Pokemon, because I know you are thinking, I just got poisoned. Doesn't matter. You're also stuck. So yeah, there could be a Crobat Roxy's deck, which I think is funny. You can play baby patches if your guy gets knocked out. You can play big patch, like y'all were talking about, to rotate. That's neat. Other than that, I mean, wait, actually, I think that's not bad. If we're talking about it with like a straight poison Roxy deck,
I can see
that's
it.
not bad.
I can see it.
That's not bad.
Division.
Just go into your whole gimmick.
Hold on. Now we got to talk. If we're talking about all the poison stuff, we got to talk about the poison packages that are in this set. Skipping around, because we also have Mega Dragalge EX that has 330 HP. It's a stage 1. For 2 colorless, you discard all Pokemon tools and special energy from all of your opponent's Pokemon. Really good against Team Rocket's decks, especially the Mewtwo. And then for a water and a dark energy, Pernicious Poison, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. During Pokemon checkup, place 16 damage counters on that Pokemon instead of 1. So, there's a lot of poison shenanigans going on in this. And
yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe with the Roxys and the Crobat, I can see something going on with Mega Dragalge.
I mean,
too.
they're taking away Brute Bonnet, so I don't know.
That's a Brute Bonnet is a big hit.
Yeah, taking away your whole like early game donk sucks. That would be cool if like this was like your like late game, because you gotta get a water and a dark, and he looks sick again. God, these artworks 10 out of 10. Playability like a 5 or 3, but
we'll have to see.
The first attack's really good.
Yeah, first attack's pretty solid, and then maybe there is a Crobat Roxy's deck, and who knows, maybe somebody could cook with Mega Dragalge.
I'll do it. That'll be my cook deck for this quarter or whatever.
There you go. Let's see. Going back, we have the Metagross here. Just a single prize Metagross, 180 HP. For 1 metal energy, has bounced back, 60 damage, and your opponent switches their active of one of their bench. And then you have, for 3 metal energies and a colorless energy, Metallic Hammer. It does 150 plus. You may discard 3 metal energy from this Pokemon. If you do, this attack does 150 more damage. So this is also one thing to note is that the Metangs with Metal Maker are still going to be in format. It's still going to be around. So energy acceleration is not the problem here. As long as you hit your Metal Makers. I think the problem is that it's just another stage 2. It's a stage 2 that only swings for 300.
I like it. You could put Brave Bengal on it. You can put a max build on it. It's a 1 prizer that can knock out 3 prizers. So I don't know. It's cool. I definitely think it's got a little something there. I'm not saying it's like, it's not a bunch of heat, but it's got a little ember, like,
Or is
kind
this
of cooking a little bit.
is this the partner that Archaladon needed to take those big knockouts?
Sure.
Archaladon's still a deck?
Yeah, he's still in the rotation.
He's still, but I'm thinking about it. We're discarding cards, like we're discarding 3 to do the 150 more. Archaladon accelerates from the discard pile, plus you have your Metal Makers. Could that be a pairing?
I mean, why don't we just use Felipe then?
Because Felipe's bad.
Felipe's literally Archaladon, but in a card. It's literally Archaladon you do not have to set up for.
Yeah, but that's your supporter for turn.
Okay, and Archaladon just sit on your
this
bench.
card, def D2s. Definitely.
I can see it as
Somebody will cook.
something.
They ain't having a deep run, but they're getting that winning in, and they're gonna love it, dude.
It won't be at the top
game.
tables, but it'd be there.
No, I think it's cool. I always think when 1 prizers can hit for enough, that's always really appealing to me. People like single prizer decks anyway, so
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Big fan of single prize decks when I can play them. But I don't know. We'll see about this card. My hopes for it aren't super high right now, but it does also get the free retreat with the new metal energy coming out, so there could be something here. I could be way off the mark here. We already talked about the Dragalge. There's a new Gudra coming to the format, 160 HP with the ability Slimy Slip. When your opponent's active Pokemon retreats, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, that Pokemon does not retreat, and your opponent does not discard any energy for retreating. This ability's effect can't stack. And then for a water and a psychic, you can do Dragon Pulse for 160. Discard the top card of your deck. So this could be a package with the poison stuff of if you whiff Roxy's for turn or you need to play a different supporter that's not Roxy's. You could have the Gudra as like a pseudo Roxy where they can't retreat from your poison, because this doesn't have to be in the active. This could be just a bench sitter for the ability to take place, but it is a coin flip.
It sucks, but like it's cool. I don't know. It's definitely, I like that it doesn't have to be in the active. When I first read it, I thought it had to be in the active, and that would suck. I don't know. It's so hard now with counter catcher rotating. Your Gus are boss and prime, and people don't play prime that much. So I feel like if you're I don't know. That's a tough one for sure.
I think this thing.
If someone cooks with that, I would like it though.
I think this card sees day 2.
That's a cool one.
This card definitely has potential. I just
Yeah,
don't know
it's
where
cool.
I can take it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the lines, but there are something. There's something there with it. There's gonna be some slimy slips going on all over the regional floors.
More than there already is.
Yeah.
But yeah, this card's definitely got, I think it's got legs if we can figure out the 60 and figure out like what partner to put it with.
I think you definitely patch it with the poison package. Like I said, in case you with the Roxy's, but beyond that, or you could just pair it with any deck that uses status conditions
You know, there's one card I
to
didn't
make sure
put
they
it.
can't retreat out of it.
I almost put in here. I thought about it and I didn't. But the more we keep talking about this poison package, the more I realize I probably should have. There is a Quillfish coming out in this set that whenever your opponent swings into it, they get poisoned. So that could be a way that we get our poison off. However, I didn't put it in here because my mind went to, well, my opponent's just going to gust around this to avoid my poison shenanigans. So, could be interesting, could not be anything. But the more we just keep talking about how are we going to poison our opponent, that did come to mind. But moving on from the poison
Is there like a
stuff.
laser? Sorry, isn't there an ace spec that does it?
Oh, it's about dangerous laser.
Oh my gosh, is this
Yeah, is that
dangerous
poison, or
lasers
is it
time?
something
I think it's like
What?
isn't that like burn and paralysis?
Oh,
Wait,
I think it's burn and paralysis.
is it?
oh, we were close.
Hold on.
Let me check. Let me check.
We're the first 3 Google searches for dangerous laser.
Yeah, burn and confused.
Oh, we were almost there.
Oh man, so close, so close.
Close. Sorry, go ahead.
Surely, if we do more, surely if we do more research, we can figure out some type of poison package.
Yup.
We just pair it with the mag mortars, stack with that burn damage, make sure they can't get out.
True.
Sure.
Dangerous lasers to burn them.
Play the Volcanion.
Play the Volcanion.
I'm excited for this
Instead of-
next card
instead of
because I think this
Volcarona?
next card sucks.
You think the next card sucks?
Yeah.
So this next card is a Patrat for 70 HP. It has the ability Watchful Eye. If this Pokemon is in play, you and your opponent can't move damage counters to other Pokemon. And Austin, I do have to agree with you. I think this card does suck because the more I thought about it, at first I was like, oh, it's a Monkey Dory counter, fantastic Monkey Dory, it dies with this. Everybody's going to be playing this card. And then I was like, think about the Monkey Dory decks, especially post rotation. They don't care so much about moving damage counters. They just want to place damage counters. And Patrat doesn't stop that. They can still, like, Frostlass is still able to place their damage counters and do their ticks. Whether or not the monkeys move it is whatever. So I don't think this card sees nearly as much play as people think initially. Now, if this card would be in regular format, like this current format, it would see play just for the Gardevoir matchups. But
There's just more Monkey Dory decks now because you have Absol. Because, Absol's played a little bit, but it's played a lot right now. You have Gardevoir. You have Bidoof Frostlass. Like, Monkey Dory stocks are going down a little bit, and people need to realize that. So, the Patrat is way too late. It's just Pokemon being like, no, we'll stop Monkey Dory. We're so sorry. It's like, brother, Monkey Dory came and gone.
Yeah.
Like, it's too late now. This guy.
Yeah, Patrat. He's unfortunately the hero that came after the war's over.
That's so right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, came super late. It would have been nice to have him, whenever they printed Psyduck for a Dust Store counter or something. But I think I would have taken Patrat over Psyduck in format right now. And that's an honest take.
That definitely would have been a good swap in terms of when they released the two.
But at least he's here. If there's anything that somebody cooks up with Monkey Dories later, we've got this card that we could block it with. I mean, we do have another year of Monkey Dory. So that there's a lot of cards that are going to be printed and created between now and then where Patrat might be good. I think for the first couple months of it being here, it won't be good.
I'm gonna double down and say for the first year, it's not gonna be relevant.
Well, then for the first year, we've done hit rotation again. Monkey Dory's gone.
Exactly. But I mean, I like the background of the card. I like the Anja Tower in the back while he's just looking around during an apocalypse.
Yeah,
That's cool art.
yeah, the art's super cool.
But outside of that, I don't think this card is going to see a live day. I'm gonna be so for real.
I don't know.
Unless there's like another deck down the line that can take advantage of Monkey Dories
Yeah,
that becomes meta. I don't think Patrat's gonna ever see the light of day.
yeah, I agree. Like I said, I think if it would have said like can't move or place damage counters, then this card would see play. Because I'm thinking about Mega Greninja, I'm thinking about Dragapult, thinking about all the different damage counter like Alakazam even of placing damage counters. Then this card would be played. But it's the fact that it's just move. It is what it is.
And like the only other card I could think of that moves damage kind of off the top of my head is the Wobbuffet from Team Rocket.
Yeah.
But no one really plays that card.
No, yeah, I think maybe Mewtwo may have a 1 of in it, and it's not every list, so
I'm gonna say
it's really
most
not that big
decks
a
are
deal.
just one hit KOing anything in Mewtwo, unless it is like Dragapult. But Mewtwo just wins that matchup anyways. But yeah, that's our thoughts on the Patrat. For those of you who have been swearing up and down that this card is good, this card is not good. Now, my second favorite card of this set is this Chinchino EX. 240 HP, has the ability Smooth Coat. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, prevent that damage. And then for a colorless energy, it has Energized Slap. It does 40 times for each energy attached to this Pokemon. And there's a story as to why this is my second favorite card. It's not because I think this card is good. This card is bad. It will be a bulk EX. But the only reason why I like this card is because my first ever deck in the Pokemon TCG was Whimsicott GX that had this exact wording of attack and ability. And the coin flips there just made for some very memorable games. This will be like my pet deck for sure. My fun little rogue deck. And I thought about too, like whenever I was putting all this together, I was like, wait, we can trumpet to this thing. We get access to trumpet, so we can just load up and play some cards. So it's bad. I recognize it's bad, but we're gonna enjoy it. And we got Bouffalance to make it a 300 HP stage 1. 2 prizer, not and you might hit, you might not hit. Only time
You
will
can play
tell.
Mega Meganium,
You could.
and the energies would double.
Yeah.
No, not the Mega Meganium. It would be the Baby Meganium.
Or sorry, yeah, you can play Baby Meganium, and the energies would double.
Oh, you could. Hold up now. We might be cooking.
Which is kind of funny. Like, I don't think it's like a crazy thing, but it's just kind of cool. Just play Teal Mask, draw your cards, E-switch,
Yeah.
blast them.
I mean, you basically play in a weird roundabout way. I feel like you just play Raging Bolt, but with the owls and the ogre pond, and this is just your main attacker. And you just get like, I don't know. It looks like a fun deck just for me to have and goof off with. I probably will never take this to a major unless I just hit the lottery and I'm feeling super lucky that nobody will ever be able to swing into me.
That's right. can't be touched.
Now here's my question: do you run the baby Fez with it? Because baby
No.
Fez has quite literally that exact same ability attack.
Yeah,
Would
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to roll twice?
No, because the baby Fez only protects if it's in the active spot, and you have to have a dark energy attached to baby Fez. I don't think we run baby Fez. Baby Fez is a bad attacker, and if we hit Cornerstone, guess what? We can't hit it. They can't hit us. It's fine. Actually, no, they can't hit us. They have shred.
Yeah.
I mean,
they have
they have a
shred.
chance to not hit you.
No,
They shred.
they shred. I forgot they got shred. So
Mm-hmm.
if we hit Cornerstone, it's fine. Nobody's playing Cornerstone anymore.
There you go.
Yeah, just the boogeyman.
Yeah. Oh well. I will never take this to a major. Like I said, unless I just have my world's invite locked up and I just feel like goofing off of something. But next we have special red card. And this card has been getting a lot of talk. So this is gonna be an interesting little talk here. You can only play this card, it's an item card, if your opponent has 3 or less prize cards remaining. Your opponent shuffles their hand and puts it to the bottom of their deck. Then your opponent draws 3 cards. So it is very similar to Roxanne, which we've had before, but instead of you drawing off of it, it's just your opponent and you're just setting them down to, it's an Iono with a Roxanne, basically, where you're putting your opponent down to 3 cards, regard if they have 3 or fewer prize cards.
And the important part is this being the form of an item card.
True. And it is.
Like
Yeah.
Also go for it.
This card's really good. I mean, it's you don't have to waste your ace spec on a fair stamp now. If you want to, you can, but Dragapult stocks are going to the moon because they just keep getting more and more support when they're the most played deck. The old method of countercatcher Iono is gone, everybody. Bye bye. It's boss's orders special red card.
So
It just
nothing has
replaces it.
changed.
So nothing's changed. Just swapped the order of items and supporters. It's very good. I don't like it. I like the card. I just don't like that Dragapult keeps getting more support. I think it's really cool. I played whenever Reset Stamp was in format. That card was kind of
The card was
busted a little
cracked.
bit. This is not near as good as that. But I like it. I think it'll be healthy. I thought the just judges or unfair stamp or clown or whatever being the only hand reset was not healthy for the game because people will just draw their whole deck and do whatever they want. So this will be good, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I'm a little upset that this makes clown no longer relevant to the meta. RIP, my boy. They clowned us. We thought we had a window. They closed it. Yeah, this card's good. I think it is balanced, like you said. It's not reset stamp times. It's semi fair. At least you're drawing 3, regardless if you're like, it's not Iono to 1. At least because that I hate being Iono to 1. I understand why it happens, but you're giving your opponent at least 3. It feels more of like a fair balanced card than just anything. I think the only thing I don't like about this is that you don't shuffle. I think that's the only part that I'm kind of like, eh. Like, it'd be nice if there was a little bit of like a shuffle effect to it, but I also understand why there's not.
I don't know. I could see some merits for it being only one-sided.
Nah, equality. If you put your hand at the bottom of the deck, I got to put my hand at the bottom of the deck.
But then become clown. Who's getting 5? Who's getting 3? The equality ends there.
Nah, whoever plays clown always gets 5.
Yeah, they'll never roll tails.
Nah, never. But yeah, no, I think this card will be good. This is definitely a 2 of in just about every deck. At least I could see even more. I mean, this is good for mid game or late game. It could technically even be early game with megas in the format. Like they somehow get a turn 1 knockout on your mega. Okay, great. Now you have 3 cards left, So could be interesting to see. Up next we have Big Catch Net. Shuffle up to 3 water Pokemon and up to 3 basic water energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. I think that this pairs really nicely with Mega Greninja, with reshuffling the energies and whatever Pokemon, like if you had Froakies or Frogadiers get knocked out, or the Greninjas even. Or that Avalugg card that we looked at. I can see that being really good just to prevent kind of some deck out situations, or just to make sure you can reload to get a good 300 damage swing. Get more energies into your deck. Oh, hold on. We got a fourth
It's
host
the boy.
on the podcast.
Jacob, you gotta say hey. Can you say hey? That's close enough. He said, huh?
The newest member of the Squirtle Squad right there, everybody.
Jacob, we gotta talk about what made you pick Squirtle.
Yes.
He literally is
We'll
just
talk to
trying
you
to
about him.
bang on my keyboard as hard as possible. He has zero intention of talking about Pokemon. He just sees lights and he was like, let's go. Let me just spill everything on Dad. Hey, dude, you gotta go night-night. Sorry. He just wanted to say hey. Say bye-bye.
Hey, he is welcome on the pod anytime.
I wait patiently for the next Jacob episode.
Cute kid. But yeah, so Big Catch Net, it is a better super rod for any water deck. It's even better than, like, if you want to play Lana's Aid, which I know Lana's Aid goes back to hand, but here you're getting 3 Pokemon and 3 basic water energies. So just really, really a strong card if you're playing a water deck. I think Chin Pao would have loved to have had this card.
God bless the boy.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But it's definitely nice water getting their own super rod. Like I'm glad different elemental types in this game are starting to get their own identity.
Yeah. It's not as good as, like, gosh, hold on. What card was I thinking of? Aqua Patch. I feel like Aqua Patch would be like can we get more patches? I know we got Wonders Patch for psychic types, but like bring back Aqua Patch, or
Yeah, they took away Dark Patch, man. What are you talking
I
about?
know, like bring back that stuff.
True.
Yeah. No, the patches are always fun. I always try to, like, I'm trying to look for a Turbo Psychic deck now just because of patch.
Yeah. Love playing patches. But all right, we already talked about the book. We already talked about Roxy's. And now we have Nitro Fire Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides 1 fire energy. If an attack used by the fire Pokemon this card is attached to would discard this card, put it into your hand after applying damage and effects of that attack. So it is a infinite recyclable fire energy. And Juwan, I know you have been so excited about this card upon reading it. Go ahead and share your thoughts about it.
Think of the one prize Blaziken deck. Like that, now we're easier to get that energy back in the hand, and going back to the talk point of every element have their own identity. Clearly, Fire's identity is just discarding their stuff with the breaks in to draw 7 along with this to recycle to your hand. So I'm glad that Fire is getting their identity as the discard. It's like whenever Mega Blaziken comes out and his attack is like discard 2 and just whatever for some big bunker damage, I got this card to help me out. All I'm seeing is like so much more Mega Blaziken potential when that card comes out.
True. I mean, my mind immediately went to Megazord Y with or even X of having to discard fire energies. It's just now you don't discard fire energies. You just reload them.
Just put me in your hand.
Yep.
Now, I do gotta double check if that Embor is only basic fire energies.
Ooh, good question.
That's something I have to double check.
I'll say
I think it's basic.
You think? I think Embor is basic. I feel like anytime they do a rain dance ability, it's basic energies.
I think they'll print another fire attacker that will make this even better. But I like it. I like all the special energies. So I'm a fan. I think it'll be cool. Hopefully there's more fire support.
Yeah, I think
the Delphi.
The worst one's definitely the water one. That just you can't be affected by the special conditions. But if our poison package comes true, it could be worth something. So
everybody's gonna be playing it.
Absolutely.
Our water matchup's gonna be so tough, man.
Oh yeah, because that water one just denies conditions, right?
Yep.
Ooh.
Absolutely. So we'll have to see how that happens from there. But that is all the highlighted cards from Chaos Rising. It seems like an okay set. Does it I think I would rank it higher than Perfect Order. As far as like some cards I'm excited for. But overall I think it's another mid set and I'm okay with mid sets right now. Just with the scalping issue and not every set has to have this stupid overpowered archetype come out of it. And I know we do get the Greninja, which is a strong archetype, but I don't think it would be broken upon release. But I could be wrong there.
No, like you said, I hope it stays to release where it's not just meta defining staple cards and more just expand upon every element's different aspects.
Yep.
It's like I hope they keep it at that pace because I think that's the direction that keeps the game in a more healthy direction.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and let's wrap up this episode making some predictions for the Curitiba regional that's going to be taking place this weekend. This one will have a stream to it, so we should have a lot more information compared to the special events that don't get streamed. So next week we'll definitely be able to have better coverage of it. But we do want to go ahead and predict it, just talk about it. It's fun to kind of have this little competition between us. And Juwan will be back with us next week too, so we're gonna get his predictions as well in it. And the first one actually came from Juwan himself, and he wants us to predict how much of an increase does Ceruledge get now that there was a mirror in a finals.
2%.
2%.
So if it was 1, it goes to 2, or it goes to 3. If it was 3, it goes to 5. I think the last tournament it was like a 1.25. So I'm gonna go with 3 or 4% Ceruledge at the event.
Okay, Juwan.
So I'm sticking with my 5% from earlier.
Okay,
nice.
I think that's a good baseline of growth from that.
So I could be lame and split the middle, but I think, and I'm sorry, Juwan, I think it only gets like a 0.5% increase.
Hey, don't see something here. I hope it's only a 0.5. I don't want to see any mirrors.
I think I think the special event, like, yes, it was a good, showing for the deck. I think it was a good highlight of like what the deck could do. I just think that people aren't, like, it's not on people's radars. They're not, like, they played in Milwaukee and probably got burnt on it. And so they're probably done unsleeved it and put it back up.
As they should have non-believers.
Yeah, well, hey, less mirrors for you. Don't be like me and hit the mirror 4 times in day 1. All right.
I'm glad I only hit the mirror once.
So to see
on the first game, no less.
Absolutely. So to see how well Juwan is at predicting stuff, we're gonna pick a deck to win it all. So this is in. Hold on, now don't let me get myself wrong. Let me make sure I know. I know it's in LA, and LA always loves their fire types, but it's down in Brazil, specifically. So, Juwan, since you are our guest on this week, we'll let you get first dibs on your pick to win it all.
See, that's tough because doesn't Brazil have like a really weird meta?
Yes,
They'll play a lot of different stuff.
they love.
It's a lot different than us and EU.
They love Charizard and fire types.
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. I kind of want to say Absolbox,
Okay,
if I'm being honest.
all right, that's fine. That's fine. I think that's a solid pick. All right. Also, what about you?
I'm gonna be the odd one out, and because I think you're gonna pick Charizard, so I'm gonna pick Terrabox.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Terrabox because that deck's about to rotate out of existence. I hope. So, go ahead and pick that for now.
So I'm actually not going to pick Charizard. That was a bold assumption there. I know I was hyping it up about how much LA loves their Charizards. And they do. But I actually believe it will be Frostless Monkey Dory to take down the whole thing. I pray not for Houston's sake, but I could also see it happening. All right, and kind of going off of my prediction here. What's the highest placing? Badoo Frostless is our last one. And I'm gonna go ahead and put mine as first. I'm gonna keep it up. I'm that confident that it will win the event.
I'm gonna say top cut, and I did know that it top cutted the special event. So I know I don't know how high we could go in our last predictions, but I did know that it top cutted.
Hold on, wait. I got our last predictions here. We said the highest placing Pokepad list. I said Terrazard. You did say Frostless. So
Yeah, I don't know if there was a Terrazard that went higher.
I don't either.
but I did know that Frostless may cut, and I have no idea about the Joltik one we talked about.
Yeah.
Zero idea.
I don't either. All right, Juwan.
But no, top cut for this one. It's pretty good.
So I'm actually going to be the naysayer here, and I'm going to say top 50 for Badoo Frostless.
Top 50.
Nice.
Yeah, I just honestly don't see it making top cut. I'm being so for real.
No
I don't know
shade.
why, but it's just a gut feeling I have.
He's not even saying a top 32. Wild. He says
I'm not even saying top 32.
He's saying it's gonna be 50. It could be, very well could be, and I'd be excited for it to be that low. Actually, I want it to go even lower.
Bring it to Houston just in case. Just in case. I have a last minute pivot.
Brother, what?
What you mean?
Just in case.
Oh,
I gotta
wait.
wait in the wings. I got some new in-game
Oh,
sleeves.
whoa.
Hey,
I got
he
it
joined
ready.
the in-game crowd. Let's go.
I did. I like those, like dual specs, like what's the
Hashtag
other
not
one?
sponsored, but
SCP
in-game if
sleeves.
you want to reach out, please.
Yeah, they shuffle really
You do
good,
love your
and they're not
sleeves.
Dragon Field.
Yep.
So
I got some of the green ones waiting on me to sleeve up for Houston, and then I know Juwan's getting himself a box for Houston as well. They are some
nice.
very nice sleeves. But all right, well, any last thoughts before we close out this episode?
I'm good.
Just drink water and take care of yourself out there.
Absolutely. Well, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to stay up to date with us or the Mafia, make sure you're following us over on X or on YouTube at Misplay_Mafia. You can follow Austin at DigiDonutsPoke over on X and myself at Daunted Break. I would say Juwan's Twitter stuff, but Juwan doesn't really do it. So, I mean, you could try.
Yeah, I forget I have a Twitter half the time.
Yeah. Juwan will be back with us
Bunny.
next week. Next week will be all about our regionals and how we prep and what we're excited for. It'll be our big Houston episode. So make sure you tune in every Tuesday for a new episode of the podcast so you don't miss a moment of the misplays. And we will see you guys next week.